Yeah, it's finishing a busy day going back and forth to the dump still. I think I put over 100,000 pounds of trash in the dump over the last couple of years. They weigh you when you have a lot of stuff. I've been keeping track of how much I weigh. Anyway, I'm on the third video attempt of making a video about hockey and NBA. I know everything I want to say about every game, so I'm going to make it super fast. There's only one pick of the day in both sports, unfortunately, NBA and NHL. The one pick of the day is Edmonton at minus 196 to win. Even though British might hold them to fewer goals than normal, Edmonton's too explosive, and LA is not the team they were of yesteryears when they used to win the cup. Edmonton probably wins this game more than 3 out of 4 times. And in this case, they need to win more than 3 out of 4 times for you to make money. Probably going to happen tonight. So Edmonton, if you can get them under minus 200 to win, and that's the only thing you do, you'll probably be a winner at the end of the night. Other things that are wishy-washy are a game here that it just does not know. At some point, a puck is either going to go off the post and out or off the post and in, and that's going to make this game between Vegas and Dallas. That's all you know. If you want to just make a straight bet, make it on Vegas because they're plus 128, but it does not matter. These teams have a 50-50 chance of winning. Algorithm slightly favors Dallas. Also thinks that Jake Ottinger is better than Aiden Hill, but keep in mind they went with Logan Thompson a couple games ago, and he's been losing or two in a row. Aiden Hill won them the cup last year, right? Wasn't it Aiden Hill? I think that won most of the games. I don't know, but is he going? Is he confirmed? He's confirmed. It makes me want to look at Logan Thompson's rating and see if Aiden Hills is slightly better. That's what changed this adjusted power. When you look at previous games, two teams, this one that went with Logan Thompson, he had a 67% rating, and Hills is 68, just slightly edges, which means he's a little better goalie. And I think he performed more in the cup last year. So I'll throw money on Vegas just because it's an underdog line, and there's a reason they could win when they haven't won a couple games in a row. But Edmonton is the pick of the day. When you look over to NBA, the Celtics are a huge favorite, and Miami is super injured. Problem is they're minus 1,000. I don't know what to do with that line. It says they would win by 15, and it's set at 13.5. I don't think you win a long-term bet doing anything on this game, so I just have to kind of ignore it. But it does say the Celtics win if you're just trying to pick a winner for the night. Clippers and Mavericks are tied in health number, and there's only a 0.4% margin. And while it thinks the Clippers win this series, that's the team it has chosen barely. It's still barely. And so I was looking at history of all the NBA games from the playoffs, and it actually looked pretty good historically. Like we've been winning with the big teams at the top, like Boston, Minnesota, OKC. We had them, and we had them winning, and they won. And so it's kind of like you get these string of wins like here with the Timberwolves, and we had OKC as well. And it's just like I went back way too far. I went back further than I needed to, I think. Let's just look since the 20th or something like that. The point is I look back and we were winning with higher margin games, but lower margin games, it was not so much. Like we've been wishy-washy on the Magic series, and it hasn't been good. So the margin matters is what I'm trying to say. So because of all that, I can tell you that while the Clippers are the pick of the two, the only reason to play them is as a straight bet with like an underdog line here. Because look at how low they are in terms of order of games from this is, the last 10 days or so. Like look at where like this team and the margin they have is showing up right here. This team descending by margin is what we're looking at. We've got a ton of wins up top, which is great. It means our high margin games are mostly winning. Then things get wishy-washy here. What is this here area? That's the area below 5% margin. So we're going about 50-50 with games down here. So it can't be a pick of the day because it's too close. But they're an underdog line, so you may as well take them as a straight bet because if you, as you can see what happens here. If you bet on the Clippers, all of these 4 times that have already been completed, you go 2-2, and look at this. You win when they were plus 126, and you win when they were at plus 190, and you lose when they were at plus 160, and you lose when they were at minus 120. So you make money going 2-2 there because you have two positive lines that you actually won. And you would have won even if you'd won one of the underdogs and the favorite one. If you'd gone 2-2, you'd also be up money. If you look at those lines, even with the very close plus 126, minus 120, I believe that still makes you like 1 or 2% profitable. So point is that this game is all the way down here. So we don't know who's going to win. And I wouldn't tell you to play them because they're not going to win more than 50% of the time. Except I do tell you to play them as a straight bet, just not as a parlay and not as a round robin. It's only as a long-term, like 1 unit of your 100-unit bankroll. Do you put on the Clippers tonight? Yes, because they're at an underdog line. But not because you think they're going to win 80% of the time, because they're not. They're going to win 52% of the time if you're lucky. So all that being said, what do you do tonight? You make a straight bet on the Clippers. You probably, unfortunately, stay away from the Celtics game because I know no other way than to bow down to the odds makers and say, yeah, good job making it minus 1,000. They're supposed to crush it. And that's not paying hardly anything. So I guess I'll pass. Like that's the odds makers doing a good job. You take Vegas as a straight bet because you're rooting for the new goalie and you're rooting for a team that's defending the cup and you just enjoy watching hockey. And you go for Edmonton because they're the pick of the day and they're the most distorted matchup out of all of them. Even though Rittich has a better rating than Skinner, and it's still hockey, and Skinner can let in a couple softies, and you can lose this bet. So when I call this pick of the day material, it's not like a pick of the day, like a basketball pick would be, or something that is a sport that has more points. It's a hockey pick of the day, and you're lucky if they win 75% of the time, honestly, because it's hockey. So enjoy your sports. I will be watching some of both these games tonight because it's awesome playoff hockey. So. And I'll be working because the work never ends. All right. Good luck. May all your picks be winning. Go Oilers, go Knights, and go Clippers. And Boston, you can do whatever. Boston, blow a game for me to show you that it's a good idea to stay away from a minus 1,000 because there's almost never a reason to play. They're not going to win 11 out of 12 times. They already lost one game in the series. It's still the playoffs. So I would not recommend taking Boston. All right. Good luck.